health coach? So you've taken some training, maybe you've even passed the board exam, but deep down you still don't feel like a real health coach. Well, if that's how you're feeling, you're not alone. Today I'm walking you through 5 reasons that new coaches do not feel confident leading their coaching sessions and how to start shifting that. So these are things that no one tells you in your health coach training, but they matter a lot once you start working with real clients. So let's get into it. So reason number 1 is that you don't really trust your own skills yet. So you've learned some coaching skills and some tools, but using them in real time, that's a whole different story. So you're second guessing your questions, you're wondering if you're actually helping your clients. You do try to listen, but your brain is so busy thinking through what to say next. So this is totally normal. Confidence doesn't come from knowing about coaching, it comes from practicing it. So you can study coaching all day long, but the magic happens when you say the words out loud, right? You do the work and you ask the questions. You develop your skills by practicing them. So if you feel clunky or unsure, that doesn't mean that you're a bad coach. It means you're still building your coaching muscles, right? So reason number 2 is that you're trying to prove your value. So if you feel pressure to give advice and suggest solutions or make every session feel productive, this one's definitely for you. So a lot of new coaches fall into the trap of thinking, I'm not giving the client something like a solution or a tool, a resource, or an information. If I'm not doing that, why would they come back? But coaching isn't about showing how much you know. It's about helping your client rediscover what they know and probably didn't realize that they know yet. So if you're over-explaining, you're teaching, or you're fixing, you might be working way too hard and unintentionally taking away the power from your client. Reason number 3 is that you don't know how to structure your coaching session yet. So you sit down with a client, they launch in with all their health and wellness issues, and the next thing you know, the session's over, you look up and think, wait, what did we even do? So maybe you feel scattered, maybe you're clinging to a script. Either way, the coaching really doesn't feel smooth. And frankly, maybe you never even moved past the chit-chat, right, to get to the actual coaching. And here's why. Well, maybe you don't have a proven structure to follow. Most new coaches don't realize that there are specific steps to a productive coaching session. So when we hear client-centered or the client leads, then we think we have to sit back and just listen for an hour, but this doesn't really get you or your client anywhere. When you have a structure and flow and a process to follow, the coaching gets way easier and way more fun. Reason number 4 is that you're scared of silence or emotion, potentially. So when a client goes quiet or they start to maybe tear up, what's your first instinct? If you said, I want to fill in the space or lighten the mood or pretend it isn't happening, you're definitely not alone. But here's the thing, silence isn't a problem in coaching. Emotion isn't a problem. They're often the gateway to insights with your clients. So the more practice you have holding space without rescuing, rushing, or reacting, the more your client's going to trust the process, and so will you. And then finally, reason number 5 is that you don't know what success looks like yet in a coaching session. So let me guess. You finish a session and you think, did I even do anything? Was that really productive? Will my client even make any of these changes we talked about? So coaching wins are often really small. They are subtle, they're internal. It could be a mindset shift, a new awareness, a little tiny step. So if you're only looking for those big aha moments or dramatic changes, then you're going to miss the real work that's happening right in front of you with your client. So at the end of the day, is your client happy? Are they making progress? Do they keep coming back? That's really how you measure your success as a coach. So if you're in this place right now where you've done some health coach training, maybe you've gotten certified, but you're still feeling unsure or unskilled, please know this is absolutely normal and it won't last forever. You don't need to know more, you need practice, you need more support, and you need space to grow your coaching skills and your confidence. And that's what I help new coaches do. So if this spoke to you today, hit like, subscribe, or check out the links below for ways that I can support you in becoming a productive and effective health coach. You're already more of a coach than you actually think you are. So thanks so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.